Last question, where do you see sort of, there's been a lot of procurement tools popping up, as you said, certainly over the last 3 or 4 years. Where do you see this industry going in terms of the next generation of Procure-to-Pay? And what are you individually expecting out of them?
Yeah. So I think the orchestration layer is the way to move forward. And I believe all the, more modern tools I spoke with, have the same approach. I told you so. This is what I thought. I told you so. So definitely orchestration layer, not one big thing that does everything. We do procurement and accounting and finance and this and HR. I think more like streamlined to one function. Best of breed approach with lots of integrations and good APIs, right? There's a lot of tools out there that I spoke with that don't offer an API. And then if your tool doesn't provide the functionality I need, I can work around by integrating it with something else. But if you don't offer an API, it's 2024. People, come on, offer an API. So definitely this. Maybe some internal workflow, low code functionality, and very good UI, very good UX. I don't want to do 2 master degrees to understand the system, right? It has to be like very easy, not just for the procurement manager, but also for the requester. That's the most important.
For all stakeholders.
These are our customers, right? So this is the customer satisfaction, not the Personio customer that use Personio as our internal employees. And just focusing on this, and we definitely the way to move forward. I do believe there's a lot of, right now procurement tools that integrate ERP integrations, which I see quite big as well, because if go into the enterprise space, eventually you integrate with some kind of big ERP where other things happen too. And the classics, low code workflow features that a lot of tools have now, customizable forms that a lot of tools have now, so I wouldn't focus that too much in. But really the orchestration layer, I have one, tree branch maybe that I can do within the tool, but I integrate with everything else. The intake in Jira, it goes into my system, then a review in Ironclad, then something else in another system, then the data pushes the PO into NetSuite or Workday, and then you as a procurement manager just look at it. And last thing, which we also try to push as much as possible, is self-service. So we are very operational. We do a lot of things, but something like an NDA, we have to submit it, we have to sign it, we have to send it, we have to do it. But is there a lot of value creation? Me drafting an NDA, sending it to the vendor? I mean, kind of, but I can dedicate my time to more impactful things. And then we have like a self-service NDA, right? Where everything is archived, tracked where we want it. So it's not that you download a Google template, submit it with some tool that you need to find, and then you send it to us via Slack and we have to archive it. It's a Jira ticket, and then it goes to our contract management system, and then everything's archived.
Signed, archived.
Yeah. And then again, this orchestration layer, but I think these kind of like self-service functions for NDAs, for contracts, for POs, where you enable the employees, your customers, to do things on their own, but you kind of hold them on their hand that they don't fuck up. You know what? That they still do it correctly. They still do what you want to do.
You make it so simple. It goes back to you make it so simple.
Do it wrong. You just have to. You have only one way, and that's the way we want it. So kind of like
idiot proof.
Yeah, idiot proof. Correct. I mean, obviously we'll call customers idiots, but a child would need to understand this, right? So the self-service, where I don't need to select, which form do I need to know? There's just one selection. You do it, and then we let you do it on your own. We are not a bottleneck for you, but we still look at everything. We still
have the data,
the numbers. We see the audit logs, when did it happen, what